Shalawama, Shalawama. I'm Dr. Yasapa with Zion Law School. This is a reaction video to Lisa Cabrera video that she did a couple hours ago on the Black teenager. Dr. Yasapa with Zion Law School. This is a reaction video to Lisa Cabrera video that she did a couple hours ago on the Black teenager. Give me 1 second. This is a reaction video to Lisa Cabrera video that she did a couple hours ago on the Black teenager. This is a reaction video to Lisa Cabrera video that she did a couple hours ago on the Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Everything looks like it's okay now. All right, so again, this is a reaction video to the video that Lisa Cabrera did on the fight between a so-called Black teenager and a white teenager, okay? And I'm gonna give a different view than what Lisa gave. So Lisa, ma'am, thank you for the video. And so let's get started with it. All right. Before we get started, rather, everybody go subscribe to the 101 Ancient Ibaryath course, okay? This is going to teach you Ibaryath, which is the real language, the real original language that our ancestors spoke and wrote before there ever was a biblical Hebrew, before there ever was a modern Hebrew, before there ever was a Mishnah or anything else, okay? It's Ibaryath. So this is part of your return to the Most High. Go subscribe now. This is an introductory course, so you don't need any background, okay? You don't need any background. All you need is an internet connection on your cell phone or on your computer. You can do it wherever you're at because this is a streaming course. $1 for a one-day trial, right? So that's 24 hours. You can take as many of the 113 video lessons that you want within that time period, okay? And after that, to subscribe, it's only $10 per month. So that's basically free, So go ahead and get it for yourself, okay? Return to the Most High. This is gonna help you learn how to read, translate, and improve your reading comprehension in English also, okay? So let's get right into the topic today. And this is gonna follow through with what we've been talking about lately, which is the Black codes, all right? So give me 1 second. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this.
America is not a racist country.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an update on the story that took place at Bridgewater Mall in New Jersey, where a Black teen was arrested and they just sat a white teen on the couch. We saw the white female cop just seat him down on the couch. Well, white teen in Bridgewater Mall fight says cops were wrong to arrest Black teen.
Okay, so let's stop right there. To begin with, Black and white, these are political, they are status, a political status, right? Black is not associated with any nation, it's make-believe. White is also not associated with any nation, it's make-believe. These are political statuses, okay? That's the first point, the first difference in viewpoint from what our friend Lisa is telling us in her story here as she presents this. So get that straight, okay? We are, those of us who are Genesis chapter 2, men and women, we are Moors by nationality. It means that what? Our nativity, we are made from the soil, autochthonous from the soil, all right? Genesis chapter 1, these are hybrids. They're not autochthonous from the soil. The substance and subject matter of the law is land. We are portable land. We are portable land by definition in law. We are Moors. All right, let's continue.
He gets up and moves officers. A man 4. DeFranco told my Somerset County black opponent, Bridgewater.
Fight says cops were wrong. White teen in Bridgewater mall fight says cops were wrong to arrest black teen. Go ahead.
White teen in Bridgewater, New Jersey mall fight says cops were wrong. Bridgewater, among the people criticizing police for the way they responded to a fight at Bridgewater Commons Mall, appearing to give a white teen a softer touch than his black opponent, is the white teen who was in the fight. Video of the fight and arrest has generated widespread interest, including from Governor Phil Murphy and his acting attorney general, and is under investigation by the Somerset County Prosecutor's Office. Local chapters of the Black Lives Matter movement in New Jersey have called on the municipality to publicly identify the officers and fire them for discriminatory policing. The white in the video, Umar Joseph Franco, told mycentraljersey.com that he was surprised that police arrested Zekai Hussein, a black 8th grade student, as they scuffled in a lounge area on the mall's 3rd floor. Video of the fight shows 2 Bridgewater police officers, a man and a woman, running up and pulling Franco off Hussein. The female officer sat Franco on a couch while the male officer placed a knee on Hussein's back and handcuffed him while the white teen freely gets up and moves around. I was confused because I offered for them to arrest me because I knew it was wrong, the 15-year-old Franco told mycentraljersey.com.
So the difference in treatment between the black and the white is because the blacks are under the black codes. They're assumed to be under the black codes, okay? It's a presumption that the police are making, and they're treating this teenager as though he is an animal under the black codes, okay? And they're treating the white person, okay, according to the black codes as what? He gets special privileges compared to the black. And what's the purpose of this? This is to maintain the elite's power and position, okay, by giving the so-called whites, the hybrids, an advantage, a privilege to keep the 2 groups separate.
Adding that he did not think Hussein resisted officers. A prominent civil rights lawyer representing the black teen says the fight was sparked after he stood up to a bully. Identity of police officers at Bridgewater Commons Mall. The New Jersey chapter of Black Lives Matter said in a written statement that the group is enraged at needing to address another black traumatic experience involving law enforcement in New Jersey. The group issued a list of demands in.
Do you ever feel like you're being watched?
Hold on.
The browser you're using.
Including release the name of the officers involved in the unlawful arrest, terminate the officers involved, charge the officers for excessive use of force / illegal arrest, release all police reports pertaining to the arrests of blacks by Bridgewater police officers, oversight of the Bridgewater Police by the State Attorney General's Office. The Bridgewater Township Police Department, without learning what occurred, without hesitation victimized and applied excessive use of force, tackled and unlawfully arrested Kai, the BLM chapter said in their letter. BLM accused Bridgewater police of having a long history of racially profiling and discriminating against black people, but did not offer specifics in their statement.
So here you have a black organization, Black Lives Matter, okay? Black Lives Matter coming to the defense of a Black person in a Black codes status or under the Black codes. So nothing's gonna happen. When you keep watching this video, you're gonna see that the family hires Attorney Crump. How is it that this Attorney Crump gets all of these civil rights abuse cases? And notice it's civil rights, not human rights. Civil rights, not human rights, okay? Civil, not human rights, 14th Amendment status, objects, property, chattel of the state.
The township has called on the Somerset County Prosecutor's Office to investigate the actions of the officers to make sure they were in line with the State Attorney General's use of force policies and regulations. Dan Alexander is a reporter for New Jersey 101.5. You can reach him at dan.alexander@townsquaremedia.com.
Okay, y'all.
Click here.
So let me just tell y'all, because there may be things that I will know just being in the state that if you're not here, you won't hear in regular media. They said he's a white Hispanic. And ladies and gentlemen, they said he has been up at that mall and he's done this to other people where he is just being a bully and mocking people. And see, Kai, he was the first one to stand up to him. And that's when the fight broke out. But he's done this before. It's not the first time. All right. So.
Okay, so there's no such thing as a Hispanic. There's no Hispanic nation. That's also a byword. Okay, that's a word that alludes to what? Servitude. It's connotative linguistics. Okay, so he is not a Hispanic. Okay, Negro, Black, color, white. These are fictions. There's no nation, okay? There are Moors and then there are amalgamated Moors. That's it.
He's claiming he did offer to the police to handcuff him and also arrest him, but without the sound, we saw him standing up, we saw him watching, we saw him just sitting there staring at what the cops were doing to, the 14-year-old Black teen in this whole thing. And they really shouldn't have done anything. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, it does shine a light on policing. When these cops show up, they are not trying to find out what's going on, just like.
That's right. When they show up, they're going to implement the Black codes unless you can prove your Moorish nationality and citizenship. And that is more than just saying I'm a Moor. It's knowing how to prove it based upon the maxim of law. It's not what you know, but what you can prove. Now, it's easy to prove it if you learn how to do it. Okay? If you don't learn how to do it, you leave yourself what? You leave yourself unprotected and you make yourself a subject to the Black codes. Okay? So you're doing it to yourself. If you hear this, these words that I'm speaking right now, and you don't take the time to go out and learn how to prove that you are a Moor, that's your nationality, and that the Black codes don't apply to you, if you don't do it, then that means you are willingly, it's no longer a assumption, it means you are willingly putting yourself under the Black code. So take responsibility for yourself and learn, and then protect yourself. Stop being a wimp, and you know if you're a wimp or not, right? You know that. Nobody has to tell you, only you know that, okay? Stop being scared that they're gonna get you if you protect yourself, because you're already got. You're already got, okay? And if you're in a situation, unfortunate like this child who's being beat up like a man, the same thing is gonna happen to you or your child, because you are afraid to learn how to protect yourself and you're afraid to face reality and to get out of religion. Okay? So you have to prove that you are not African American, you're not Negro, black, color. You have to prove that you are Moorish nationality. It's not about saying it and knowing it, it's about proving it. Okay? It's about proving it. Come to our class and I can teach you how to do that, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, all right? Okay, secondly, the young boy, the Hispanic, the white person, that person was somewhat honorable, right? He admitted what he did, okay, in this situation. So it appears that he wasn't trying to get away with it. He thought that he should be arrested too. And this is what children do. Why are the police coming, behaving like this when everybody knows that children fight? This is ridiculous. Children fight, teenagers fight. That's part of growing up, right? It's part of learning. So this is really toxic what these highwaymen are trained to do and what they do is very, very toxic. Very toxic. All right.
We saw in the video, they just dove right in and went after the black teen. They didn't even know the story of his friend being bullied by the one that's sitting on the couch, and he was just standing up for his friend.
So they don't need to know the story because they're assuming that this young boy, this teenager, is state's property. They're treating him like an animal, like chattel, okay? That's all they're doing. For example, if a dog attacked a hybrid, they're gonna go after the dog to pull him off and do everything, all the violence to the dog, right? Well, it's the same as with this young child. They're treating him like he's the animal attacking the person, all right?
Instead of finding that out, they made assumptions. And, you know, cops in New Jersey are no different from anywhere else in the country. They do all the racial profiling, and when they show up on the scene, whoever is black standing there, that's the guilty party. They police like all the police.
Expensive 3.5-carat diamond earrings, a 5-figure lotto win. First 2 weeks.
Police departments too in America.
Yeah, they police like all the police departments do. That's correct. They're doing what? Black codes. That's what they all do. Unless you prove that your nationality is a Moor, right? Moorish nationality. And why is that? That's because of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship of 1836, okay? That's why.
But this was blatant. She just literally walked him to the couch to sit down. And they dove in after this black teen. Not
So y'all see, that's the privilege, okay? That's the privilege. The little so-called Hispanic child was taken and sat down. He could relax and recuperate, recover. No violence done to him. But the violence gets done to the chattel, the property, okay? That's the privilege. They're making the difference. So this is why the hybrid European, the colonists, they don't want to give up the privilege, okay? They don't want to give up the privilege because if they give it up, they think, okay, well, that black could be me on the floor getting the beat down. So of course they don't want to give up the privilege. At least most of them, right?
trying to find anything out. How is this doing police work exactly? Show up on.
Well, this is exactly what police work is, because the origin of police work is slave patrols, okay, directly related to the Black codes. right? Directly related to the Black codes. This is exactly what what the police are supposed to do.
On the scene and just start attacking people. You know, everything you get at a 911 dispatch is not always the whole story. Yeah, you may know where the incident is and you need to get over there, but you don't know the whole story just from that. But like I said, you know, they did bring out that Bridgewater, New Jersey Police Department has a long-standing record for discriminating against Black people when they show up on the scene. They are.
It's not discriminating. Okay, there's no such thing as Black people. It's it's carrying out the Black codes. That's what it is. So everybody get that through your head. Do not expect anything good from these people when they show up. They're going to implement the Black codes.
Known for that. They are notorious for it. So we're just seeing another day in America. The teen Kai Hussein, his family got Benjamin Crump as their attorney. And we shall see, this is another story, along with the Edward Cagney Matthew. I will follow this story. I will.
So the interesting thing is that why is this Benjamin Crump lawyer always hired? Always hired. He's the one we always see on national TV. Nobody goes to jail, but the family gets paid. So that makes these stories very suspicious, right? Because he doesn't, why him all of the time? Why him, right? How is this happening? Is it by design? Okay, is it by design? And why are these stories always in the news? I'll tell you why, because it affects your consciousness. That's why. It scares you. And it makes you, even if you don't want to admit that it scares you, it affects you. It puts fear. Okay, fear either consciously or unconsciously, and it causes you to what? To make bad decisions, and what? And it causes you to relate even more to your Black consciousness, okay? Causes you to identify even more with being Black, and the so-called white identifying even more with white and wanting to hold on to their privileges, right? Okay, so this is a form of psychological warfare, psychic attacks.
Definitely follow this story and give updates as it goes along. But, as long as we are around these folks, they are never going to keep their hands off of us. They're going to use their police to execute us so they can watch the video on a loop of a Black child, a teen, or an adult get killed, because, they no longer have to go to a tree and send out invitations anymore. They can sit in their home and sit on the couch and watch a Black man get killed multiple times.
And a lot of the so-called Black people, this is what they want to see. They want to see, woe is me, I'm being abused. Black people are always getting the worst of it, because this is what you have been conditioned to expect. So when you see it, it confirms your reality, right? It confirms your reality: oppression, abuse. Expect the worst and do nothing about it, and be powerless to do anything about it. This is the curse's paradigm, the curse's mindset. This is why in the mornings I'm doing morning meditations to help you get out of the curse's mindset and into the good health, right? Achievement and success and happiness paradigm. That's going to help you in your efforts to return to the Most High. Okay?
on the news. And you know what the funny part is, y'all? YouTube will age restrict certain videos, right? But I'll be damned if you look at all of these police shootings that are on YouTube, now one of them are age restricted.
Y'all got that? That's because they want this content to go into your children's psyche. This is part of the brainwashing, the hypnosis. What I'm trying to do and what I am doing is dehypnotizing people, deprogramming people, not only with the morning meditation, but with our Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time course. That's a live online course. It's the curses course, okay? We're dealing with Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 through 29. So word for word examination or breakdown of every word, okay? And then we determine what the actual meaning is in Ibaryath, the original language, and we compare it to what's written in English, all right? And there's a whole lot more that we do with this. So we have to stop agreeing to be Black, Negro, colored, Hispanic, and all of these other fictions, right? And when we have an encounter with these highwaymen, we must know not only that our nationality is Moorish American, okay, even if you are House of Yasharallah by nationality, we are now in the Moorish dominions. We're not in our land, okay? We are, since we left our land and even before we went in our land, we are Genesis chapter 2. We are Moors, whether you like it or not. We're Moors. So you must be able to prove that. That's how to stop this. You don't have to get involved politically or anything like that. You just have to learn who you are and be who you are. That's it. Be who you are. Be yourself. Learn to prove it. And you can avoid this and teach your children how. Okay? So I'm going to end this with this video. I kind of want to go into the Black codes, but I don't know if the video will be too long if we go into the Black codes. Now, I've done videos on the Black codes, right? Okay, so here is a book on the Black codes. Y'all can go through it. Let me just put it out here, okay? And you can go through this yourself. And I'm going to do some more on the Black codes, of course. So this is the Black codes. All right, here's a book. This is a scanned copy from 1912. Y'all see? So let me continue. Let me show you. Let's go through this. I'm having trouble with my mouse. Hold on. What's going on? All right. So learn about the Black codes. This is the University of Illinois Library. All right. Okay. So let's just go through it a little bit. Black codes. I'm going to find the table of contents and you can go through this yourself. The Black codes, 1865, 1867. Okay. All right. We see the author. It looks like Vine Francis Goodman. Okay. Wow. Look at the requirements to get a Bachelor of Arts thesis. Submitted in partial fulfillment of the requirement for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. A whole book. Y'all see what the standards were for education back then compared to now? So if they could achieve such high standards, so can you right now. The standards are way, way too low today. Way, way too low. And you can do so much more if you're willing to be taught. Okay, and being taught doesn't mean somebody has to like you and treat you good, because a lot of times when you're treated well, you don't learn well. Education is not information. Education, that's part of it. Education is not just learning how to think, but it's learning how to think under pressure, learning how to overcome obstacles, learning how to control yourself. And oftentimes that involves experiencing hardship. Okay, it involves experiencing hardship. Okay, and if the professor is not nice to you, okay. If he's mean to you, okay. If he gives you a hard time, guess what? That's to your benefit, even though it doesn't feel like it at the time. It's to your benefit, right? Because it causes you to grow, causes you to have to deal with emotions in a difficult situation and have to achieve, okay? So that's a real education, all right? That is a real education, okay? Learning how to conquer self, learning how to achieve even in the face of difficulty, all right? That's what it is. It is what it is. All right, so here is a table of contents. We see the codes, the opposition to the codes, and the conclusion, the bibliography. All right, this is a real short read, y'all. Y'all should really go through this. All right, but you can find other PDFs of these black codes. There are other black codes. I'm going to show that too. All right. So let's see what this guy is talking about. Slavery, chapter 1, introduction. Let me read that again. Chapter 1, introduction. Slavery as a legal institution. Now, isn't slavery a legal institution today? That's right. 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Slavery is permissible if a crime has been committed. Therefore, what? They criminalize Black behavior and culture. Why? So that they can put you in legal slavery. All right. Okay. So y'all go through this. I'm not going to read through it because the video will be too long and I don't want to have a long video. So go ahead, read through it. All right. So let me show you the other black code. Where's the other black code? Okay, black code 17. Give me 1 second. 1724. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let's see if I can find it. Black code 1724. So go ahead and make sure you read the black codes of 1724 so you can see what's being done to you. Okay. Stop being afraid. Stop being afraid to learn and stop being afraid, being spooked out because of religion. Okay. Stop being spooked out because of religion, where you become afraid to even think about something or even to research something because you're afraid. You've been conditioned by your religion to not even think about something, right? That's what Christianity does. That's the goal of Christianity. All right, so I found it. All right. So here we are. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So these are the black codes of 1724. Okay. All right, so you can go through these on your own. See, very easy to find this on the internet. All right, this is the black codes of 1724. This PDF is on 64parishes.org. Y'all see it? There it is. All right, so look at the highlighted part in the address window here. There you go. So that's where you'll get it. You'll get the black codes. Okay. So everybody should go through these. All right. This is how they are dealing with you. Okay. As an animal. All right. Chattel. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say Shalawama and thank you, Lisa Cabrera, for your excellent video. I appreciate it and I hope you don't mind me using it. I wanted to give a view from the Yasharallah Moore point of view. And so there you have it. If you like this video and you learn something, subscribe, like the video, share the video, okay? And be sure to subscribe to the one-on-one Ancient Ibaryath course. It's only $1 for a one-day trial. It's basically free because it's only $10 for a monthly subscription. And the value of this course is at least 10 grand. That's the market value. But I'm providing it to you for almost free so that everybody, no matter in what country you are in the world, you can subscribe and learn your language. This is going to help you return to the Most High tremendously. This is an extremely comprehensive course and it's not boring. All right, you're going to learn so much. So go to zionlawschool.org. Click on course offerings, and then you'll see this banner. Click on it, and you can read down, and you'll see the course, the curriculum or the syllabus, and you'll know exactly what's in it. Okay. All right. So with that, I'm Dr. Yasapa, and I'll see you on the next video.